We are here with Tony, Kryptonite Tony Tones. Tony Lopez. All right. How you doing today, man? I'm going to leave that in, by the way. That's making the interview.
Hey, I have the same problem when I'm doing my interviews, you know, when they ask me what my name is on the pre-fight interviews.
Uh-huh.
I always, I pause and I look and I'm like, just say your name. I'm trying.
They're like, hi, trying. It's nice to meet you. All right, so you're going to be fighting at RUF 34, and you're going to be fighting Jared Vandera. Why don't you talk to me about this heavyweight title, because it is a title fight.
Yeah. Well, I'm the champion, so I'm
That's
defending
right.
my title. And, this is, I think, the third opponent.
Wow.
Because the first one, he dropped out. I don't know if he got hurt or something. The second one didn't clear a suspension, so we got the last one, which is kind of cool because I like his nickname's the Hulk.
Oh,
so
shit.
I kind of like that, I'm going up against the Hulk.
Right.
And, I haven't really done much research on my opponent because I never do.
Uh-huh.
That's my wife's job. She'll just, come and tell me, hey, you know what? He likes to do this, so I'll just watch for that. And I'm like, okay. And we go. So, it's going to be an exciting fight. It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be up in Flagstaff.
Yeah.
So elevation is going to be, great for me.
Right.
So I love testing my cardio.
That's what's up. And where you're based out of California?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. And that elevation is going to be killer. So hopefully Vandera comes prepared.
They never do.
All right.
They try, but
All right. And did you catch Vandera's last fight?
No, I didn't.
Okay, well, let me just tell you, it was a bloody affair. So this guy is not afraid to get a little dirty. Okay, so
that's what I like to hear. I always look forward to a fight. And I hate it when I don't get a fight out of an opponent, and they just come in, and they try, grapple and just hold on, or push me up against the cage, stuff like that. So if he does the banger, that's even better for me.
Hell yeah, and I think the fans would appreciate that as well.
Oh, definitely. That's what I try and encourage, in my opponents. Let's put on a show.
Okay, and then I also want to talk to you about experience, because you got a lot of life experience and a lot of cage experience. Your record sits right now currently, if what I am looking at is accurate, at 62-31-0, and you are currently your mid-40s, right? You're 45, something like that?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Right? So you've got a lot of experience over a lot of these young up-and-coming guys. What keeps you going?
You know what? It's funny because it's like a roller coaster. I got my ups and downs, and when I got my downs, it shows in my fights. I'm there, but I ain't as crisp and clean, and it doesn't look as good. I usually lose. When I'm up, it's like, hey man, it's like I feel great. I feel good. I'm doing what I love to do. I love fighting. That's what keeps me going.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just that's simply it. And when I go out there, I'm testing myself, and on top of that, I'm trying to make a little extra cash for the family.
Yeah.
That's all. That's what it's all about. Making the money.
Mm-hmm.
So it just and then like I said, going out there, testing myself, and then hoping that I find someone that actually pushes me the right way. So it's like when I go into a fight, and it's if I win or lose, if it's a fight, I'm happy. But if it's just we rolled around and even if we grapple, it's great. But when I'm saying we roll around, is if the guy lays on me or just holds me and stuff like that, and there's not a fight, then it's like it's boring. I'm like, what was the point of this? I love the fight, even if it's on the ground. We're punching, we're rolling around. He's trying to submit me. I'm trying to submit him. There's action, constant movement. That's what I love about MMA. Just fighting, moving, constant trying to do something. But when it's just even if we're standing and we're just standing and looking at each other, It's like, when are you gonna start fighting? I can throw some punches and kicks, and if you just all you're doing is running away from me, it's like, well, where's the fun in that? So, but yeah, I mean, it's looking for that fight. That that fight, that someone that you can just whoop my ass or try and whoop my ass and make me feel, like I was in a fight. That's my drive.
Well, I tell you what, man, I'm looking up and down your record. There are some fucking names on here, buddy. Holy shit, you've been around. And you fought really, really tough guys. What the fuck, man? This is absolutely insane, Jonathan. He's fought Alexi, Elir. He's fought fucking Mike Kyle back in the day. Munson. Fucking Prangley. Like, look at these fucking names, dude. Houston Alexander. What the fuck? Tim Hague. These are all fucking guys that have been at the top of the heap. I'm not even done. Jack May. There you go. There's another one. Honey Marks. Dude, what the fuck? You fought some badasses. Satoshi.
Well, I mean, when you've been around long enough, you get the people.
And you've dabbled in boxing, kickboxing. You got any Muay Thai bouts under your belt as well?
I actually do. I'm 2-0 in Muay Thai, and I actually got a title because we did it was an 8-man tournament for the heavyweight title, and I actually ended up winning.
That's what's up.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. That's pretty fucking inspirational to be at your age with this much experience and still fucking kicking ass. Like, that's pretty fucking cool, man. I'm actually, I thought I was getting old at fucking 30. I'm young though, so I got some learning to do. Because guess what? 45 is the new 25, and you're proving it right now.
Yeah, no, I mean, you always hear someone say age is just a number, but I realize what makes someone old. It's not the age, the number. It's what you do in life, and like me right now, I got my kids. Some of them are grown already.
Mm-hmm.
Some are still, just out of diapers, and I got a lot of kids. But I realize it's like the family life, the house life, just all the stuff you juggle with as a person, as a father. That's what wears you out, because you have to have time for the family. You have to have time to train. You have to have time to to work and do stuff around the house, and all that stuff is what wears you out. So at the end of the day, you're like, man, I'm tired, man. I don't have the same energy as I was when I was young. And then I started thinking about looking at my kids. I'm like, they're full of energy. This animal. Why do they have all this energy? And I realized, well, all they do is sleep, eat, and play.
That's it.
Well, hey, I remember, when I was young, that's what I used to do. So I was full of life. I was like, man, all this energy, of course. So, but I try to cut back on certain things that would tire me out just for life, so I could have more time for the family, more time for training, and just keep it balanced. So it's like I don't feel like that old man. Like, man, why do I feel so tired just from working out or from playing with the kids, stuff like that. So it's a life lesson.
Well, like I said, it's pretty fucking inspirational. So I'm pretty cool that you shared that with us. Jonathan, before I just fucking completely take this thing over again, do you want to get some questions in for Kryptonite over here?
Well, that would be nice. First off, I just want to say thank you very much for taking time out of your day and chatting with us over here at Head Kick Audio.
All right, man. I appreciate you guys inviting me to, for this interview. It's an honor.
Oh, well, we appreciate that, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry, my kids were over here and I was waving them out. The first question I got for you, you have a very, very extensive fighting resume. What got you into fighting?
Ooh, good question.
Well, that's an easy one. I mean, that's one I can answer with my eyes closed. It was the fact that MMA, like when I was young, I said, in life, they asked, what do you want to do in life? And everybody's like, I want to be a cop, I want to be a fireman, and all this stuff. And I was like, what makes good money and keeps me in shape? And I said, boxing. Because back then, that's all it was, boxing. So I said, I want to do boxing. I can get some money. I get paid to to go work out, be in shape, all this stuff. So I'm like, yeah, that's what I want to do, box. And as I was, venturing for my boxing, and all of a sudden MMA popped up. And I said, whoa, hey, that's a lot better because I can use everything I know, because my hands are to me my weakest department. And I said, you know what, I got good wrestling, I got great kicks, I can, do jiu-jitsu, I can do all this stuff. So I'm like, hey, I can do a lot better in MMA than I would in boxing by itself.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where the term came out, and I loved, like I said, when the UFC first came out, no rules, you can do anything. I'm like, hey, that's exactly how you test yourself. Hit me, pull my hair, do whatever, hit me in the groin, hey, it's a fight. Let's do it. That's honestly, I wish the rules were still the same. Because you get rid of a lot of these fake fighters and stuff. It's like, hey, you go down and you're getting kicked and you're getting beat, hey, that's called a fight. And, if you're
there are no rules in the streets.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't want no more, you might say that in the streets, but you might still get more. But in the ring, hey, you'll have the ref say, okay, he's done.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's still safe. But, yeah.
So really it was just to get to stay in shape and get paid.
Yeah. That's all it was.
Nice.
Stay in shape and get paid, so.
Now, if I heard you right, you said you started off with boxing. Did you have anybody in particular that you liked watching fight, and did you try to emulate their kind of style and make it your own throughout your career?
Well, in boxing, I would say no, because what it was is it was probably, I think I was 20, and I was like 23. Oh no, I had been maybe 20 or so. I said, I want to do some boxing. So I went in. I went to this boxing gym down, a few cities down from where I'm at,
mm-hmm.
and I went in there, told them, hey, I want to train, blah blah blah, and they said, well, we sign you up. You can come hit the bag, do whatever you want here, and if you catch someone's eye, they'll come in and they'll work with you. But if you don't, well, then you're just here doing your own thing. And I'm thinking to myself, like, well, that kind of sounds like kind of cheesy. What the hell would I do that for?
Right.
But I'm like, okay, whatever. So I gave it a week. I went in there every day, Monday through Friday a week, and I hit the bag. I said, I'm looking around like, well, what do I do? The bag, let me do this, let me do that. Okay. I was trying different things, and no one even looked at me. So I was like, you know what? I guess this ain't for me, because I'm over here coming every day. I was there about 2 hours a day, hitting the bag and moving around and stuff like that. And after I said, I had no clue of what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
I just watched people and trying to do the same thing. Because back then they didn't have YouTube and stuff, so I couldn't Google, hey, let me see some combos, let me see this, let me see that. So I was like, man, you know what, I'm wasting my time. I was driving probably about 30 minutes, to this gym, and I said for nobody, and I was like, and I don't want to be paying, $75 to just hit a bag.
Yeah.
I could do that at the house.
Yeah.
That was the extent right there, my boxing career. I watched boxing on TV and stuff, which I loved when they actually boxed. I hated the box. Same thing like now, I love when the boxers box.
Mm-hmm.
When a boxer sits there, and just waits and, counter fights and stuff like that, doesn't want to really get into it. And I'm like, that ain't boxing, that's just trying to win by points.
Yeah.
And stuff. So, but yeah, I love Tyson. What can you say about Tyson? You went in there, you went to knock someone out. It did strike where, a lot of his fights were under a minute. And it was like, man, it's not worth the pay-per-view on that, but, it was cool to watch him. And, same thing, Pacquiao, and then, Canelo. I started watching them, too, and I was like, well, I want to polish up my hands, so let's see these little guys and see how good they are. I see what they do. I see their speed. Okay, put it over toward Anthony, which was, heavyweight champion. I said, okay, let's see what he does, how he does it. And so, I watch what they do, but what it was is like, I see their style, and it's the same thing with MMA. I see the style of all the fighters. I'm okay, I see what they do and stuff. Okay, now how can I do it so it's different, but it's still effective? Because everybody knows, hey, this is what you do in boxing. This is how you defend when someone punches you. So I'm like, okay, well, if I don't want to follow that routine, well, okay, I got these punches. Either I got to be faster or stronger so I can beat the guy to the punch, or else he's going to beat me. And my thing is, no, well, let me figure out a different way to punch you so you think I'm doing this, but I'm doing this instead, and I can sneak one in. I don't have to be so fast. I don't have to be so strong. And, that's like I said, that's the same mentality I have for MMA. Mix it up so that they don't know what I'm doing, and they get confused, and they're trying to figure out what is he doing, and yet I'm still, connecting.
Gotcha. That's actually pretty fucking genius, man.
Right?
Well, thank you.
he's been around, so I'm pretty sure he's picked up a couple tricks here and there.
An entire career. Let's see. Have you been able to deem any of your fights like your most favorite fight out of your career?
There you go.
I have a couple, but they vary for different reasons. The one that comes to mind really quickly is I fought Keith Berry. And it was for my light heavyweight title, and I was in great shape for that fight. I went in there and I knocked him down in the first round. And I thought I had him, put away, so I started letting it all go. Mm-hmm. He weathered the storm, got back up, and I blew my wad.
Oh, shit.
I was like, oh man. Now I still got, there's 5 rounds to go. I'm like, man, this is the first round. Dang. And I said he could take a shot, and I didn't have the same power and speed and all that because I was tired after that little explosion I did do, and so it was going back and forth. But I was getting the upper hand each time, but I was wearing out each in between each round. The coach said, "Hey, just keep doing what you're doing. It's working." And I'm thinking to myself, "Man, but I'm so tired. I don't know if I can keep doing this. If this guy hits me good enough, he's going to put me out just because I'm so tired." Mm-hmm. And like I said, I was in great shape, but for me, I feel like, hey, man. Each round I knocked him down, I put a beating on him, but he'd get up. In the third round, I ended up knocking him down, and his corner came and threw in the towel.
Oh, shit.
And for me, I was like, man, you saved me. Like, you didn't save him, you saved me. Because I didn't know how much I had left in me to keep going and stuff. So, but, that's when it comes to mind a lot.
And that was in 2009, right?
So what's that?
2009 when you beat Keith Berry?
I believe so.
Okay, at that point, you were 10-2, and I don't think you had ever been to a decision. All of your finishes came in at least the second round. So
yeah.
Oh, I have one third round finish, but I mean, that's
yeah.
So to be fair, you haven't been that far yet.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to get that far. But my thing was too that in the beginning, I was going in there to try and finish as fast as I could, and as I was going, the fights. Like you said, I kind of sabotaged myself because I went to fight to test myself to see how good I was and how good other fighters were. And I felt like I was going through these guys pretty easy, and I was like, man, it's not a fight. I would go in there and I whoop someone's ass, and I don't get hit, or I might get hit a little bit, but not enough for me to say, like, man, it was a good fight. So I started slacking off on my training, on everything, on my conditioning and stuff, so that way it would be more of a fight. And I think after my 10th fight, or after my Keith Berry, I started slowing down on my everything, and then I started dragging those fights out to 5 rounds. Because I was telling my wife, like, why do you think you're going to go all 5 rounds? Because usually I go 5 rounds, and right before the 5th round was over, I finish it. Just because, I don't want no one to say who won, but me. And my wife would get mad at me. Why are you dragging these fights out? You can finish them in the first or second round, and you drag them. Like, I need my TV time, my ring time. So that way I get my practice in. Because like I said, I slow down on training, so I told her, hey, I train when I'm in the ring. That's when I'm figuring out what works, what doesn't work, what I can do, That's how I got to figure it out. And she's like, why do you do that? Why don't you just train at home, in the gym and stuff? I'm like, well, I don't have to. At that time, I don't have time to do that. I can do it at home. In the ring, and that's why I fight so often, because I fight, say, this week, and in 2 weeks I fight again, and 3 weeks later I can pick up another fight, and hey, that's my training, that's my everything. I can see what I got to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, but like I said, it worked against me toward the end, because I started forgetting, or should I say, what was the normal reaction for me came into, now I had to think about, whoa, how do I do that? How do I stop this? How do I throw this kick or stuff like that? And it sometimes it cost me a fight, and I'd be like, man, after what I'd be thinking about, like, oh man, it was that easy. I could have just done this, and I would have been all right. So, but I mean, for me, after I lost I think I was 18-2.
Mm-hmm.
I lost the next 2 fights. Was it Tony Johnson and Mike Kyle? That's when I felt like I hit rock bottom, because I lost those 2 fights on purpose, because I wanted to get out of my contract in the cage, and I said, well, if I lose 2 in a row, they boo me, and then maybe I can apply to the UFC, and that's where everybody wanted to go back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Even now, sometimes people want to go there, but I said, well, I'll get in, and well, I did that. I tried to get in. They gave me the runaround, and I didn't end up getting in that, so I got pissed, and then from there, I had the next 2 years were the best 2 years of my financial career, but like I said, I lost, I think, 8 times, and I only won twice in those 2 years. And, but I made twice as much money as I ever did before, and I was like, man, I got paid more for losing than I did winning. When I was winning, when I was on top. So it just is ridiculous. But then, like I said, those 2 years, I really slacked off a lot. And then I was like, my wife was like, hey man, you're done. What are you talking about? So you messed up your career. You messed up your record. Your record used to be beautiful. You were 18-2. And you lost those 2, and then from there you lost 2 more, 4 more, 8 more. And it's like, man, your record looks like crap now. And I was like, well, wait, give me another shot. I can fix this. And then if you look at my record, you see there's spikes where I won 4 in a row, or 5 in a row, 7 in a row, 9 in a row. But what that's all was, I trained for a month, and I'm good. And that training for a month would last me those 5 fights or 4 fights, 7 fights, whatever. And after I started losing, and I'm like, what's going on? Somebody's like, well, you're not training, you're not doing it. Oh, you know what? Okay, I'll get back on it. And so I just started roller coastering like that. And then, I said right now, that's all it was. And then my wife right now, towards the end, said, hey, by 45, we're going to call it a quit. At 45, you'll be fighting for no more for, top level fights or whatever, or like for title fights. Just, hey, you're going out there to just make a little money and have some fun.
Yeah.
Because you took it so much away from the family. Well, some of my kids want to fight, and I've been pulling away from them that I hadn't been able to teach them. And that's when my wife was noticing, hey, you can't even teach your kids, to fight because you're too busy trying to train and trying to fight and do all this stuff. Hey, you know what? It's time to, let them take over. And I was like, no, hell no. What do you mean? I ain't done. But the more I thought about it, I'm not done. But the more I think about it, the more it's true. My kids are getting older.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to learn how to fight my way. Not, because I sent one of my kids to train somewhere, and she trained over the break months. And I'm not saying where or nothing, but when she got back with me, I was like, what are you doing? So what is it we learned? I'm like, okay, I told you when you learn something, because I taught her a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I told her, no matter what, learn whatever they teach you, but always remember what I teach you, and that's the right way. And the other stuff is just extras, just in case, you do that option, hey, you can pull this out of here.
Mm-hmm.
But when she came to back, I was like, man, geez, they messed you up. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing this? And it's like, hey, it took me a while. I corrected her on a lot of stuff, but then same thing. She was supposed to fight with me on this card that I'm fighting for RUF, but I didn't have enough time to train her. And she's the one who told me, hey, you know what? I don't want to fight. I'm a wife. So, because I'm not training enough. I don't want to go in there and lose my first fight. And I was like, and I felt bad because my wife got on me. She's like, look, that's kind of sad that your daughter told you that you're not training her enough, so she's pulling out. And so I was like, you know what, it's true. You know, I got to give more to them and less to me and everything that I'm doing. So it's a struggle for me to try to think, okay, you know what, I got to pull back on my fighting so I can give my kids more of my time to train them and teach them, not even train them, just show them how to do stuff and watch them grow. So that's the battle I'm at right now. That, you know, I got to make sure I don't crush my daughter's dream, because besides her, there's about 2 or 3 others that want to do the same thing. And you know, it's like if I crush her dream, the others are gonna be like, well, wait a minute, you didn't teach her. And if I do anything similar to the next one, I'd be like, man, I'm doing the same thing you did to me with they did with, you know, Lexi, and I'll be like, you know, so I want to make sure I fix that this time around and make sure it just goes right.
Gotcha. Wow, that was that's a lot to take in, man. Yeah, that hits me in the feels, man. I got 2 daughters myself, so you know, hearing that just kind of hits home with me, man. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
And well, I've just got one more question for you. You know, I try to spend as much time as I can with the family. Family. I play some video games, watch movies, stuff like that. What do you like to do in your spare time when you're not training for fights?
Well, I mean, I love spending time with the family. You know, my kids. You know, and when I say spending time with them, it's going and doing stuff like we used to when my older ones were younger. We used to go to the night park. That's what we called it. It was just the regular park, but it was a night, so it's the night park. We'd go over there around 10, 11 at night and just be running around playing tag or zombies, whatever, just having a good time. And we'd be out there for about an hour or so, and then we'd come home, go to bed, and, you know, it's like, hey, that was great. It was fun, you know, because there's no one there. It's just nice and cool at night. So it was great. And, I mean, I like doing stuff like that. You know, we go, you know, we got behind the house here's the mountains, and there's a creek. You know, when we go up there, it's great because it's the same thing. We go up there, we have a good time, and it's like, it's just us. And that's what I love. When we just go out there, we're ourselves, we do whatever, we yell, we scream, and no one's there saying, hey, what the hell's wrong with the people? So it's just being ourselves. Like I said, we're a loud family. Here at the house, we're yelling at each other, and it's not like yelling at each other in a bad way. We're just yelling like, hey, come here, what are you doing? And then stuff like that, you know? But, like, I know, let's put it this way, we had a house, our neighbors, it was for sale, and it sold twice because the people that moved out after, you know, putting up with us for about 6 months, and the next people that moved in moved out, same thing. I believe it was us. Just because, I mean, when we're out there, we're using a lot of profanity, and so it's just like, you know, neighbors hear that. I mean, like I said, we're loud, and, you know, we have other dogs too, and we yell at them, and we yell at the kids, and I like one of my kids, we call her Tourette, because she just goes out there, and she'll be there, and she's just yelling and screaming out by herself. And I'm like, what the hell is that kid doing? Hey, shut the fuck up! You know, but just stuff like that, you know, so it's like the neighbors probably like, damn, you know what, I don't know if we should be living here next to these people. And so, but yeah, it's sold twice, so these last neighbors, so far they've been there about, I think, 2, 3 years, so they're holding out. But yeah, that's
6 months initiation.
Yeah, so, but that's what I love, you know, just being ourselves and not worrying about what anyone's going to say or think. It's like, hey, man, we're out here having a good time. Sometimes I come off as an asshole or a dick. My wife always tells me, man, you're a dick. What are you talking about? The way you just said that, I'm like, well, that's what I was trying to say, so I want to make sure they understand. Not that I'm being a dick, that's the way I talk, you know, it's clear coat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can relate to that, right?
Well, thank you very, very much for your time. I really do appreciate it. Well, we really do appreciate it. That's all I've got for you. I'm going to send you back over to the host. Steve, what else you got, man?
Okay, so I had a closer look at your record, Tony, and I see that you fought one Jared Cannonier not once but twice. Now, you lost the fights, but that's not what I want to ask you about. Have you kept up with his career at all?
No.
Okay, well, he happens to be fighting this weekend, and he's in the UFC, and every division he's fought in so far, he's been, I think, at least top 15. And right now he's fighting at middleweight, 185 pounds. He started in the UFC at heavyweight, then he went to light heavyweight, and now he's at middleweight. And he's fighting for basically what I'm deeming as a number one contender bout at middleweight. So with you two having a little bit of history, I was going to ask you your prediction, but it sounds like you don't really follow his career. But is there any opponents that you have fought, like Jared Cannonier, or any of those guys where you've actually kept an eye on their careers?
Not at all.
Oh shit!
Here's the thing. When they feel like some people ask like, hey, well, who's your inspiration, or is there anyone you want to be like, in MMA that you followed, or this and that, all this bullshit, whatever. But I'm like, to me, it's like, look, I was here when it started. I tried to get into the UFC 4. I had my letter of declination where he said, no, you can't come in, whatever. So it pissed me off. But for me, when I wanted to get in, and that was my 20s, I was like, man, I could whip all these guys' asses. Because back then, when Gracie was, wow, my god, jiu-jitsu, I already knew that shit. And I was like, I could whoop his ass. I could whoop Chemo. I could whoop Tank. I could whoop all them bastards that are fighting right now. And I'm all, I look back and I'm like, man, if they would let me in right now, you wouldn't be studying jiu-jitsu. You'd be studying Kryptonite. And it'd be like the wow, my god, learn this because this dominates everything and stuff. But I look at that. I'm like, there's not nobody out there that I'm like, wow, oh man, they're great, man. Let me follow them. Let me do this because they do this and they do that. I look at some guys like there's the fighters that I like. Just somebody, hey, Anderson Silva. He had a good career. He was good. He was cocky. He did his thing. He finally got caught at the end and he got broke. So but I mean, there's some fighters that I'm like that, but I don't follow nobody's career because there's nobody to me. And I'm like, oh man, hey, that's a good fighter. Let me go follow him because I was before all these guys. And what you're saying about Jared is that I'm like, yeah, I fought him, and when I fought him, and what pissed me off was what I was talking about. When I go into fight, I want to fight. He ran from me the whole time. For 5 rounds, he ran from me, and every time I'd come in, he tagged me. Boom. So he scored points. And I was getting frustrated because that's all he was doing, just scoring points on me. And that's how I won the fight. It was a decision fight, whatever, decision win. And it was, I was so frustrated because I was like, I could kick your ass any day if you'd actually fight me. But when you run and I'm chasing you, I leave myself open because I want to engage. So hit me so I can hit you back and stuff. And it was also too the UFC back when I tried to get in, and we had a little disagreement. Every fight that I lost, that person that won got a free ticket to the UFC. It's like within a week or two, boom, you just beat Tony Lopez, come on in. And that was just to get back at me because they were pissed off at me, Joe Silva was, and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, it frustrated me, but that's what it turned out is. That's just the way it went. And but yeah, there's no one that I could say, oh yeah, let me follow this guy's career. My wife, she gets mad when she sees like Jared in there fighting in the UFC, doing what he's doing, because she's like, look, that should be you. Why'd you let this guy win so he could get there? All the guys you let win and get there, she used to love watching the fight. She can't stand watching them, especially the UFC, because she sees guys that I fought that have beat me or that I beat, and they're there, and they're like, why are they there? Or even when I started, guys that came in after I had my 2 titles of King of the Cage that came in, and they're in the UFC now. So why are they there and you're not? And she's like, because you don't train. You don't keep up on your stuff. You just train a little bit. You win some fights, you lose a fight, you're inconsistent. All this stuff. but she gets frustrated seeing those other guys there that I was like, that should be you, that should be us, walking down there and, getting paid decent, good money so, we can be more ahead than what we are now. So it's frustrating in that sense, but now I told her, look, you know what, you're right. I see what you're saying. I will slow my fighting down a lot, so I give it to my kids and watch them, excel, and I'll fight here and there, have some fun, and that's it. But it's frustrating. So like I said, there's no following nobody, because nobody to me is worth following.
Okay, that's an interesting take. I'm a fan of the sport as much as I am a fan of the martial arts, each individually. So I'm the opposite. I follow everybody.
Yeah.
And I
like I said, because that's different from your point of view and my point of view.
Exactly.
The five, so that's understandable.
Okay, and that's my bad. It was a Jared Cannonier, and there's also a Jared Torgerson. So that's my bad.
Yeah.
But
when you said that, I was like, wait, I didn't fight him twice.
Well, you fought so many damn times.
I know what you were asking, so I went with that. But
okay, now you are right. A lot of the guys that you fight, basically, as soon as they beat you, they're on to the big show. Now, with as extensive as a career you have, is there a place you want to end your career?
You know what? There's not. I mean, it's just. I think it's just going to be in small shows where I end it, because, I've had opportunities overseas, and it bugs me, because when I go overseas to fight, I'm like, they tell me, hey man, if you win, we got blah blah blah, this, you can do this. But to me, it was always in my head that the only place that I wanted to get to was the UFC. Mm-hmm. That's the top of the food chain, because everybody from overseas is trying to get over here to the UFC. And I was like, man, I don't want to fight here. I don't want to be stuck over here. That's how I felt. I don't want to get stuck nowhere. But in turn, I was just sabotaging myself, because I could have been fighting overseas, making good money. And instead, I blew the fight, and I think I did it subconsciously, and ended up losing, and therefore I don't get no contract, I don't get nothing, and that's the end of that one. So I said it bugs me that I did that subconsciously, because my wife would tell me, why did you lose that fight? The guy was nothing. You should have just, beat him in your sleep. And I would be confused. I don't know why, but like I said, in the end, when I finally started thinking about everything she'd tell me, and the way I looked at it from, the outside now, looking back at myself, and I said, you know what, I was just being stupid. So, I probably will end up just finishing my career in small shows, and I'll be happy. I'll be fine with it, because I said I did everything I did. I've been all over the world. All I want to do is travel the world. I've done that. I've met a whole bunch of different people, and it's been great. So now it's like, hey, you know what? Let the kids travel the world. Let the kids, get that experience and enjoy it. Because my kids ain't gonna fight as like the way I fought. They're gonna fight a few years, maybe 5 years tops, and that's a lot. And that's just to get the fight, get some money, and hey, you know what? Now I want to do this with my life. Yeah.
Well, like I said, that's pretty cool, and there's no shame in ending your career in the small shows. There's a very small percentage of fighters that actually do go to the big shows, and it seems like they all got to go through you to get there. So,
yeah.
I want to ask you. This is a heavyweight title fight, so are you? You're not very big at heavyweight. Like, what's your preferred weight class to fight in?
What are you talking about? I'm fat as hell. I am now. To me, I consider myself. I'm 240 now. So
that's what I'm saying. I get it. You're 6'5". You're 6'5", so you're a big guy. But like 240, that's not very big. And you're fighting monsters. You're fighting really, really, really big guys. I don't know where the fuck I was going with that fucking question.
Here's the thing, though, because see, when I used to fight light heavyweight,
that's what I'm saying.
I weighed anywhere from 215 to 225. And when I lost Tony Johnson. I said, yeah, man, I lost. I was only, I think, 214. I said, I need to put some weight on.
Mm-hmm.
And I put some weight on to 240. And then from there, when I lost that weight, it was 225, and that's where I stayed. And then, over the years, my old man weight just started packing in, and that's where I'm at now. I'm at 240. So for me to lose the weight to 205, I could do it, but it'd be like hell for me just to get down, because I become a total diva when I can't eat, when I'm cutting weight, when I'm dieting. So it's like I'm just a grumpy guy you don't want to be around. You look at me like, who are you looking at? So I don't we don't need to do that.
Yeah. Plus, you can't have tacos.
That's right.
I love tacos.
I live with tacos. So yeah, but I just stick at 240, which is for me it's like heavyweight. I'm still light. Yeah, I feel light.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to be 260, and I'd be comfortable even 250, but the body just don't want to put that extra weight on. I'm comfortable right here. So.
Yeah, I think that was what I was, where my question was heading was, you have fought at light heavyweight. So, like, if there was a preference, but it sounds like you're pretty comfortable at heavyweight, and you would actually like to put on more weight. So,
yeah. Well, my thing too is heavyweight guys. To me, they're slow.
Yeah.
They're slow.
Yeah.
And I mean that works to my advantage. When I fight at light heavyweight, I'd be in great shape. But those guys, they can move. They're quicker too.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's. I just forget the advantage is at heavyweight for me. It's there because these guys are slower. They don't work their cardio enough, and I that's the one thing I try and pride myself in is my cardio. So after 2 rounds, they're already huffing and puffing. I'm like, well, you know what? Yeah, if I push a little harder, it's over.
Yeah, you just turn it on. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm looking at with this fight coming up. He's a big boy.
He's a tough guy too.
Yeah, but I'm looking at elevation. Try and push him just so he can, after the first round, be huffing and puffing and be done. There's nothing left. He's trying, but he can't. He won't be able to muster up the strength or conditioning for that. And that's my whole goal: is push him that first round hard as hell, and then for me, take it easy the next round, and if I have to, go in the 3rd round and put him away.
Okay,
I don't see it going this distance. So
you're predicting a 3rd round finish?
Yeah, at latest. At
latest. Okay. Okay. Well, I want to give you. Well, first of all, thank you for the interview, man. This has actually been a lot of fun. But I want to give you some time to thank whoever you want. So that's training partners, family, friends, sponsors, whoever you got. Go ahead, take as long as you want. The floor is yours, my friend.
Oh, thanks. First of all, I want to thank my family.
Hell yeah.
Because they put up with all my BS that I have every day, especially my wife. At least every other week, I'm firing her as my manager, as my coach. Everything, she gets fired, she gets hired back in the next day. But it's just she puts up with a lot. Mm-hmm. And then the same thing with the kids, because when I'm having a bad day, I take it out on them because they're here. We're all close to each other and say, hey, what the hell are you doing? Blah blah blah. What'd you say? And, I nitpick at all of them. So I love them for putting up for me and pushing me to keep doing what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then also my I got two loyal sponsors. One which is Avenger Cycles in San Bernardino here in California. He takes care of my ride, my motorcycle. And I mean he brought that thing back from the dead.
Nice.
And has done so much for me that I appreciate him so much. And then also All or Nothing Clothing. They make my fight shorts, put all my sponsor on there, and I mean it's like I fight a lot, and yeah, he every now and then bitches like, hey, can you use the shorts you fought last weekend this week? And then I'm like, no, I need a fresh pair. So he's constantly making me a fresh pair of shorts, for my each fight because I tell him, hey, you know what? If you use a condom, you reuse that condom. And he's like, no, I'm all. That's how I feel with my fight shorts.
Damn.
I'm fighting them. I'm not gonna put the same ones on again, and go, do some other guy and beat the hell out of him. So that's like, hey, each fight short has to be for each fight. And so yeah,
that's a great way to put it.
So those are my 2 dedicated sponsors that I have, and I appreciate them a lot. and definitely want to thank all the fans out there. You know, because they come watch and they enjoy, and they keep me, getting fights. Without them, I wouldn't be, having this luxury of going all over the world and, having these fights, traveling, and also you guys, for having me on your show and, getting people to listen and hear what I have to say, and, I appreciate that too. So thanks a lot.
Absolutely, man. It was a pleasure to have you, sir.
Definitely.
All right. Well, again, I want to say thank you for your time. We will be there October 5th to watch you throw down. Hopefully, it's a good fight. And
the fight nonetheless will be good. It will be a good fight. So I'm promising that it will be a good fight.
Okay. And you know what? I'm actually looking at an updated flyer. You're fighting Luis Cortez. You're not fighting Vandera anymore. So I wonder what happened to him.
Oh, like I said, people get hurt.
Yeah, this is the hurt business.
So yeah.
No, I'm glad they were. RUF is a good promotion, man. They're able to pick fights up without any issue. So I'm glad they found you another opponent, and I'm sure the name doesn't matter to you. You're gonna come in and you're gonna get it done. So.
That's right.
All right. Well, new opponent, but same old Tony. Hey, man, dude, thanks for your time. We'll be seeing you next weekend in Flagstaff.
All right, man. Look forward to it.
All right, man. Well, you take it easy, okay?
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, later.
Bye-bye.